Come and brew with us. This is RNG Tea with Christine Kooky Solis and Sarah Skopik.
It's locked.
With your random sips of life and gaming.
Hello, again, this is RNG Tea. I'm Christine Solis, aka Cookie, and I'm joined by my co-host Sarah Skopik. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing fine. If my wife wouldn't swipe my earbud out of my ears, then I would be better, but that's fine.
Yes, so we are joined by Sarah's wifey, Callie. How are you doing,
How's
Callie?
it going? Oh, you know, it's a beautiful night. It's not actually. It's raining like crazy.
But
you know,
Yeah.
it is. It's downpouring here. It has thunderstormed all day, and it is going to thunderstorm all weekend. So
bring the rain to the desert, please.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Bring it over to Nevada.
please take it.
Well, thank you for joining us, Callie. And of course, we have Lloyd, the producer, audiomancer of RNG Tea. How are you doing, Lloyd?
I'm doing good. I don't know why you guys started the podcast when I got up, but I'm just joking.
Because we knew you'd fit right into it. It's fine. You're talented that way.
I can run back to the computer. Oh God, they're dancing.
That's the cue.
Awesome, yes. So again, we stream our RNGNT episodes live on twitch.tv/RNGNT. We love for you to join us in the discussions as we do read the Twitch chat. We're going to have a lot of visitors here because Callie brought in her fans.
Yeah. We have fans too. We don't need her.
Listen, there'll be like 4 people who show because of me.
Well, I mean, Volkai never shows up unless you're here, Callie. So thank you, Volkai, for coming and watching the stream.
Marcus
All right, well,
Kyer.
there's one. I'm claiming that one.
Marcus Kyer as well. I
right.
haven't seen your name in a while. It's like you don't come on until Callie's here.
Like,
Or Nate.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah, we're naming these names, of course. If you don't know, obviously, we still do a podcast called Limit Break Radio, and we're very, very good friends with Nate, Callie, and everyone else who is on that other company right now. Well, yeah.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk a little bit later.
Spill the tea.
We'll do that
That's a good name
then.
for a segment. Is that what you call it?
No, we don't
Spill
have
the tea?
we don't
That's-
have it official yet.
It was
pretty good.
it was too cliche, like too common.
At the time, I feel like we could do it now and it would be like what's the word I'm looking for? Like kind of bringing it back almost.
Retro.
Yeah, I think it's like borderline retro these days. So I
Yeah.
think we could do it unironically. Or ironically, I should say, actually.
But yeah, so obviously we have a special guest here, but let's go roll into the RNGNT updates. All of Callie's updates will be at the end. Haha, you have to stay here.
That's a good play, like, for any guest. Like, you get to plug at the end of the episode after I've decided whether you've done a good enough job.
I do still want to shout out to our loyal listeners. I know we were making fun of people out here for Callie, but Dark Flux, thank you, Charles and Sunny, as always. We really appreciate you guys here. I'm sure there's others here, but those are the ones I see on the chat right now. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, love you, and everything all above. All right, RNGNT updates. So, Rolling in Stress. I did originally put in a date, but what happened, Lloyd?
Well, I have 3 other projects this weekend, and I totally forgot about Rolling in Stress and didn't bring it up to anybody. So I'm sorry about that. So hopefully next month shit will even out and I won't have fucking 5 projects come all at the last weekend of the month.
Okay.
You will.
Oh yeah, I probably will. Yeah.
No doubt.
Is Rolling in Stress from last month even up? Calling you out.
All right,
Did I
we'll check
forget?
that after this.
Okay, so I get it. I have to wait until the end of the show to promote. But, right.
Yeah, let's wait on that one. All right, so Rolling in Stress will be coming back in July.
Yeah. Check it out once Lloyd has the time. I'm just kidding, Lloyd. You can have all the time in the world to put that up. But you can also look at our Twitch VOD. It is up there. We had some fun last month. We had some Metal Gear.
Couldn't hear me though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Yeah, you can't hear Lloyd. So honestly, we should just play without you. Be the same. Just kidding.
Well, you guys were reacting to what I was saying, which is the funny part of that. But Chad didn't say a goddamn. We can't hear
Until at
Lloyd.
the end.
Until the very end.
Until the very end. It's like, oh, this was great, but we just couldn't hear Lloyd. Like, why didn't you tell us in the beginning?
Yeah, that was so funny.
Thank you, Chad.
This is why we need you. We rely on you.
Exactly. All right, so no rolling and stress until next month. That's fine. We'll have fun. I think there's like 5 weekends in July, so we better get it going.
Yeah. Well, I'll be gone for one of those weekends, but we are good for the other ones.
Same here. 4th of July for me.
Birthday weekend for me.
Birthdays weekend, right?
Yes.
Callie
The in-between
and,
weekend. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
How old are you guys turning? Like 22?
Yeah.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
Top
There's
of the
21. I can drink this year. It's gonna be sick.
Wow.
We're gonna get lit.
Yes.
As the kids
Kids
say
say.
on the TikTok, we're going to get lit.
Jeez.
It's going to be poggers.
It's super
Oh,
I'd be
poggers.
injecting
Oh
them
my
weed.
goodness.
Yeah.
Poggers.
Yeet on out of here. Did they say yeet? Did they say yeet anymore? Is that like old?
I think
can't-
yeet is also old now.
Yeah, is it old?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I feel old already. Well, happy early birthday, Marcus Collier, whose birthday is on July 3rd. We'll remember
Oh,
that.
goodness.
Marcus, you're going to love hearing one of my announcements.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that in a sec. Later.
No.
End of
Later.
the show.
All right. And
Good
also,
job, tap dance monkey, tap dance. No.
we also have our hashtag top 500 moments, again, in remembrance of William, our awesome supporter. We love you. So we're also going to continue our top 500 moments to remember William. Let's start with number 1. It is June 25th.
It is Pride Month.
Exactly. You know, we are all supporters here of Pride Month, of anything with the LGBTQ plus. Yes, look at Callie and Sarah. We love you all. So that's a top 500 moment. What number is this, Lloyd? Is this number 3?
It should be 3, yeah.
All right, I told you to number them, but you didn't even put it that way.
They're going to be
Yeah.
numbered now.
And what else is going on? I am going to take it on to Lloyd because it is his projects. What's going on?
Well, I mean, you were a part of LBR at one point.
No one contacted me. Nope. No one contacted me. Go ahead.
Well, I'm
She's
just the
fine
call
about it, by the way.
Just the call screener at LBR. Sunday's the next show. There's going to be a special guest. We don't know. I think it's going to be Gamer. So
You
there's
sure?
that.
You're gonna
Well,
have,
I'm
you're gonna
pretty
have
sure.
Gamer on? That's surprising.
I'm pretty sure it's Gamer.
Watch, it's not
Maybe
Gamer.
Argent Lab.
Like, no one, it's not gonna be nobody, and then everyone just shows up. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Kristen is bitter.
Are you talking about on Sunday?
Sunday the 27th at 8:30.
Pretty exciting. I know someone who's gonna be there.
Gamer, right?
Yeah, for sure. Gamer's gonna be there.
Like a good
I'm sure it's gonna be Gamer. It's gonna be like Sale's gonna be there. I'm sure that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great
It's
time.
just gonna be everyone but me. Sorry. I'm just kidding.
Kooky, just show up. Like
should just call.
Yeah.
just show up.
Just crash
Big
the
dick
party.
energy. Like, I'm here. I'm going to run this
No
shit.
one
Come in.
remembers me. Trust
Drop
me.
it. Everyone
do.
remembers you.
Oh
Drop it
my
on the
God.
table and just be like, I'm
Oh
here.
my God, Darkflux is
Yeah,
Dark
Darkstar's
Star.
gonna be there. Darkstar's gonna be there. Listen, it's gonna be great. We're gonna do like I don't know. We'll bring back the FFFL. That'll be fun for everybody.
Oh jeez, yes. If you don't know,
What?
go.
It's a bit I came up with that people were kind enough to say was funny, even though it wasn't.
Got it.
Yeah, everyone, just go check out Limit Break Radio. Our friends at Limit Break Radio. It is an amazing podcast. You'll have some fun times there.
I'll see you there on Sunday.
There we go.
Thank you, Gamer.
Number 1.
There you go.
And that is number 4. Sorry, that's number 4 for LBR Revival. And what is number 5, Lloyd?
It's a kind of hesitant to say the actual name because Nate hasn't said it, but I
Okay.
have it in our outline because
Just
you guys know it.
be very,
So-
I don't know. Say what you can say.
Okay. So I'm technically ghostwriting for Nate in a way for a new Monday through Friday podcast, which is only like 5 minutes long, but it's going to be detailing gaming news. So it's just going to be a little thing that you can digest yourself really quickly. And I'm really excited about it because like Nate's really good at producing what he does. So I'm not entirely sure when it's going to come out, but it should be coming out within the next 2 weeks. So be on the lookout for that on LBR. I'll be shouting it out on my Twitter. So just
I don't want to be a
follow me
dick,
on
Lloyd,
that.
but when you're ghostwriting for someone, you're not supposed to say that you're ghostwriting for them.
Well, I mean, Nate gave me credit already for working on it. So like that
Okay.
ghostwriting thing, like just kind of sailed out the window, but that's
Okay.
technically what I was doing. So
Awesome. Very cool. Again, another one of the many things that you have on your plate, Lloyd. Please.
yep, my very, very full plate with no money.
Hey, I try to pay you in material.
Oh, I know. Oh, those fucking sitters are so fucking comfortable. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. He's talking about the Ateo sitters, so go check out our friends at Ateo. I did get a pair for Lloyd. He truly, 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 truly deserves it for all the things that he does. But yeah, so that's how I pay him.
Yeah.
With
I mean, it's a pretty
material
good
things.
payment.
Don't worry, yours is coming, Sarah. Again, I like to drop these kind of things. But yeah, check out Nate's project, Nate and Lloyd's project when it does drop, coming soon within the next 2 weeks. Follow Lloyd at, what's your Twitter again, Lloyd?
Lloyd LLOID _RNG.
Yes, and watch his rants too. So just
Yeah.
FYI.
I'm very political and very. I'm an
You're
asshole. I'll
very
admit it. I'm an
explosively
asshole.
political.
Yes. And we love him
But-
for it.
Kooky, there's something on here that I just thought of.
What?
Your gift giving goes really far, and I saw a tweet earlier this week about your father.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, by
I guess that
vlogging.
can that can be a top 500 moment. So my dad recently has been watching some YouTube videos, and he found a travel vlog where they're literally, it's, you know, vlogging could be anything. So there's one YouTube where they're just walking up and down the Las Vegas Strip, and that's it, right? And he absolutely loves that. He spends his time just watching it like he's, you know, back in Las Vegas, and he wants to try it. So he actually texted us like little videos of him and mom in the car traveling, like, hey, check out this place, etc. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy him a GoPro. It's on Amazon Prime deal, so I bought him a GoPro, and he's super excited. So if you have any tips for my dad and vlogging, please tweet it out over to me, please, at Cookie Persona, KOKY Persona. He would absolutely appreciate that. So it was just something so wholesome that I had
So
to help
cute.
my dad with.
Does he have a name for his channel?
Not yet. He's trying. He's trying.
Okay.
Oh
He's
my-
got to think of a snappy name.
Yeah, he loves it.
That's so cute.
Yeah, if you don't know my dad's like always in the know with stuff. He loves like Ariana Grande, and he would just go to her concerts, etc. So my dad's cool.
Your dad's cool. My dad is like 6 months late to things. There was one of the first times that Callie sat down with us for dinner once before we were dating. My father went, "So what's this Twitter thing about?" We went, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dad.
That's cute.
But it's super cute.
It is
And
really cute.
I want to know more. I want to see your father's vlogs.
Yeah, me too. He does shop at Forever 21 too. Like,
Oh my gosh.
like he literally tries to get
What?
into the game. Yeah, he shops at Forever 21 at the men's section. You know, getting the straight pants, etc.
Jeez.
Is your
Alright.
father the only like Gen Zer that's a millennial?
I guess so. But he's really fun. So I know. If you ever met my dad, he's really cool.
Yay.
I better get to meet him one day. I
Yes.
better.
Yes.
Someday.
Come to Vegas.
I need to. I need to.
All of you.
Yeah, I need to.
All of you. All right, let's move on. Quick monthly news because we have E3 stuff, and we also have Callie's announcement. So, haha, again, you have to stay. So, Pokemon Go players push back on Niantic for undoing a positive pandemic change. So, explain this.
Yeah, so unfortunately, when moving back a little bit, when the pandemic started, and thing called COVID-19 happened, Pokemon Go, which of course is a mobile game all about walking around places, going to places, meeting up with other people. Well, social distancing came up, and so to stay relevant and helpful, they increased the distance you had to get to like a Pokemon stop or a gym battle and things like that. So technically, if you were near places, you could practically still play from home if you could still connect to it. Well, they're undoing that part. They are taking that change away. And there's been a lot of pushback for obvious reasons. I think part of it is still, I think part of it is people really liked just in general the extended change because some people I think are still quarantined for safety reasons. So that kind of sucks. But also one of the big things that really came out is while this change initially happened as a result of COVID, it also had an effect on players with disabilities. So they didn't have to necessarily get so close. They could, be farther away and have a bit more space. And this is going to undo that. So it's kind of a step backwards in accessibility.
Yeah,
so
that makes
sad.
sense. I would definitely push back on that. But there is a question in the chat. Charles Fields asks, how many people are even still playing Pokemon Go? Omega Waltall says they stopped playing after 3 months after it launched.
Well, that's reasonable because that game was trashed 3 months after it launched.
Yeah. We played it for a while,
Oh,
several years ago. But yeah, we've since stopped. I think some people still are, but no one that we really interact with these days.
Listen, we need to take the energy that is forming across the nation right now, the anti-going back to the office energy.
Yeah.
All these people getting riled up saying, why should I have to go back to the office? I've shown I can be productive at home. And we need to apply that energy to Pokemon Go. We need to put it towards something useful. We need to get people saying, I don't need to leave the house to play Pokemon Go. I can be a Pokemon master from my living room. That's what the anime promised me.
That's very true. Go buy it on the Switch.
Yeah, seriously.
I know my sister still plays it, so only because it's reasonable for her because she always travels. Like she's going back and forth in San Diego, so it only makes sense if you actually do travel around, as in for your job. So
right.
Vokai says the mother still plays. Last time she played other video games other than Farmville was over 25 years ago. Well, yeah, older generation, I guess, are still playing mobile games.
I mean, 25 years ago, that was like Perfect Dark. Like, that's not that old. I mean, right? That's not that old, right?
Yes, sweetie. You're still relevant.
I'm sorry.
I was 25 years ago, so...
Oh
All right,
my
Lloyd,
God,
well, I don't know why you need to be a part of this segment.
I was 4.
Dang it, Lloyd.
I'm robbing the cradle.
Oh, shut up.
Moving on. Detroit Become Human developer could be working on a multiplayer game with microtransactions, but I'm kind of like, what game doesn't have microtransactions anymore?
David Cage?
Apparently.
Yeah.
He's been part of a huge redo of a lawsuit and said some really weird things, so I don't want to make him relevant, but here we go.
Are you telling me that not only do I have to give David Cage $60 to play his game, now I got to give him $3.99 to unlock the other ending that's the same as all the other endings?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
probably.
Imagine
Oh my
$3.99 for each ending.
Dude, you don't think David Cage would be like 99 cents to pick this option? You don't think that's going to happen?
Oh my God.
No, don't give him that power.
He would make bank in a mobile game for doing that.
Oh,
Continue for 99 cents.
no.
Hey,
You
look,
have
no
to
vomit.
play for game time in increments of 1 minute. That'd be shitty, wouldn't it?
I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen, and he's gonna try and no. It's to help tell the story. I'm trying to make an artistic statement.
No.
Kill yourself, David Cage. That's what I have to say.
David Cage, so he couldn't make it as a film director, then he won't make it as a AAA game developer, so he goes into mobile games. No, we can't have this. Keep him out. Kick him out.
Don't know if this is going to be a mobile game, but the article is outlining that it's going to be a multiplayer game, and they're looking for people who are like skilled in making multiplayer games and then
No.
games as a service and all this other shit. So I'm thinking it's gonna be maybe like Destiny.
Oh, please,
I
no.
hope not. Like a David Cage Destiny sounds like the worst fucking thing on the planet, but that's kind
Do
of
you
where
want to hand crank your guns every time you need to reload?
Yeah, like what gameplay have you ever seen in a David Cage game that you would think would lend itself to multiplayer?
None of it.
No,
Nothing.
it's always
None of it.
it's always story-driven games
Yeah.
that
Oh,
aren't
no.
very good.
It's ironic too that they want to try to find a group to do this because don't ask me for details because I haven't done enough research on it myself, but Quantum Dream, which is David Cage's company, has been in court for poor treatment of workers, which is a bad thing to do if you're a French company because France has some hard labor laws.
To be clear, it's a bad thing to do no matter where you're from.
I know, I just meant from a standpoint of where can you get away with it.
Oh yeah, definitely not France.
Not France. Although I'm not even sure if Quantum Dream is technically a French company these days, so they
I think they are.
yeah.
At least all the people listed in that lawsuit all have French last names, so.
Yeah, fair enough. So I don't know, but like it's something weird. Like they lost, but then they recently won an appeal. So I don't know. David Cage just said some really effed up shit in the original court docket. I can't find the quotes anymore, but it was awful. And I was like, wow, you're even worse than I thought you were.
I need to look that up.
Yeah, I'll have to. A lot of it I think was like Twitter news, unfortunately. So I'd have to do some more research on it, but it was messed up. Listen, this is the guy that had a creepy portfolio of Elliot Page's entire life.
Oh, that.
So yeah,
I
so
remember that.
maybe he's not to be trusted.
Yeah. Cause,
I mean,
'cause-
his library of games should tell you that he's not to be trusted.
Fair enough.
So he's just a more open Randy Pitchford, that piece of shit.
Wow, deep cut on the Randy Pitchford reference. I'm into it. But yes, you're correct.
Nice, Lloyd. All right. Moving on. The next one. Activision Blizzard CEO's $155 million pay package approved after delay. Why are they getting so much money?
Oh, I'm so glad to hear about this. I was really worried for Bobby Kotick. I thought he was going to really struggle to buy his third island.
Yeah, for
Thank
doing
God.
absolutely fucking nothing.
Wow. Man, I tell you what, Activision Blizzard, there's a company you really feel for these days. They're struggling, and you wish them all the best.
No.
Put out a game.
Right?
Or update a fucking game with some content, like please.
Yeah. We have a
We're
lot
gonna
of.
get a Diablo game eventually. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Listen, their best thing coming down the docket is Diablo 2 remastered, and that's a bad sign.
Yeah, that is a very bad sign.
Well, I mean, Overwatch 2 has promise, doesn't it? But it's going to be out in like 2023.
Yeah, sure. One day.
I don't get this Overwatch 2 thing. Isn't it the same damn game?
Yeah.
Just an
it's
expansion.
just a fucking. It's supposed to be an expansion, basically, but they're billing it as a AAA title.
Oh no.
And it's supposed to interact with Overwatch 1. And like all of the new characters that was slated for Overwatch 1 got pushed to Overwatch 2. So we haven't seen a new character in a year, and we haven't seen a new map for any of the actual game modes people play in 2 fucking years. So it's like they halted development of that game to push everything into a new game so they can monetize it again. It's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm. Strix River in the chat is saying D2 remaster or resurrected. I have a need, and I'm gonna go out there on a limb and say, Sarah, you and I have been through some things in our years together.
Yes.
We went through the Final Fantasy 14 Fiesta. We went through the Final Fantasy 11 Relapse.
Yes.
We did that. We got through that. You have never seen me have a problem until we get to Diablo 2.
Oh no.
This is going to test our relationship in ways that you can't even imagine. And I say that knowing full well that I got fired 5 days ago.
Do I need to call the Games Anonymous again?
No, it won't help.
Oh no.
There is no I hope you're into Diablo 2 because
Oh, no.
that's what we're going to be doing for a while.
Oh
so,
no.
lower that first sight, please.
Oh my god. No. Hey, wait a minute. That's only when I make her play bad games that I don't like. Diablo 2 is great.
So we don't.
She should be so fortunate to get to play Diablo 2 on Loathe at First Sight.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
Callie, I would not say that because we watched the Warcraft 3 remake and that went over like a turd in a punch bowl. So
well, you
bad.
gotta say things that are true.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't the best, honey.
Like saying it wasn't the best is really polite. It was a dumpster fire.
Robbie says, can Loathe at First Sight come back and play Bug Snacks, please? Like, we can't. What's that other game? The one that everyone was losing their mind about the platformer where you get powers on different worlds, and then if you die, you have to go back to that world to get the power up back.
Oh, jeez.
Donkey played it.
Oh, the new game that came out?
Yeah.
It was like Dreams or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I can't think of the name of it, but jeez. It's a new game that is, people were excited because it's meant to be that one Dreams game, which used to be
Balan Wonderland.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Balan Wonderland.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
something I would make you try on Loathe at First Sight.
I would hate that. That game looked awful.
Oh man.
We're gonna do Loathe at First Sight again?
I think we should. Do you think we should?
Shh, talk about
Sure.
it.
We don't have an announcement
We have
planned
no
on it.
announcement.
That's off the script.
That was totally off the
Sneaky
script.
plugs. Sneaky plugs.
Yeah, sneaking plugs right in. I see your
Plug number
ploy.
2.
Thank you, Cargo Crab Colin, for following RNG Tea. We also want to welcome, it looks like we got a few more chatters in the chat here. We got Strife, Mega Volta, Robbie, Ravmal. I haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, welcome.
Cargo Crab Colin, I am digging the Final Fantasy XI reference. Very nice, very nice. One of the first NPCs to have a 3-word name.
It's not the crab mouth?
No, Cargo Crab Colin was an NM you could fight.
Oh, I like the crab mount.
Yes, honey. I really like the crab mount.
I like it a lot.
Oh, Sarah.
That's the best part of 11, okay? I look so silly on it.
The mounts that
What?
got added in like 2016.
I know.
Yes.
That hurts me, sir.
I'm kidding.
That
I
hurts
went
my
full
heart.
boomer when I saw the fucking mounts in 11, and then I started playing 11 again, and I'm like, okay, yeah, the mounts make a lot of sense because walking sucks.
For sure.
Yeah, it does.
All right, moving on. Ernie, okay, you know what?
Okay,
Sarah,
I can
go
do
ahead.
this one. So those of you who are in the D&D scene at all, Dungeons and Dragons, you of course probably know the name Gygax, Gary Gygax, the original creator. And just to give you, and this is very brief, and I'm probably going to be corrected on this information, and that's fine. D&D, as we know it right now, is owned by Wizards of the Coast. It was once upon a time owned by a company called TSR, which was what was Gary Gygax's company.
Mhm.
Then, D&D got bought up by Wizards of the Coast, and TSR pretty much fell off the map. So Ernie Gygax, which, by the way, what a fucking nerdy name.
Yeah, well, first of all, who gets the name Ernie these days? Like, not to like sit here and just make fun of
I
someone's
know.
name, but like,
You know what the best part is? He goes by E. Gary Gygax Jr. So.
Yeah, I'll bet he
Anyway.
take it from me, bro. You can change your name. It's legal.
I know. So Ernie Gygax, who's son of Gary Gygax, has come forward and decided he's going to restart the company of TSR and basically make his own D&D like game and stuff like that. This didn't really become huge breaking news because he's a weirdo. Anyway, you'll see in a sec when I explain. So this didn't really make breaking news. He was interviewed by a YouTuber. And so some things very quickly came out about, his real thoughts behind this with such things, such quotes, such as they were asked, why a new TSR? And he is saying, quote, TSR has been gone. There's a ton of artists and game designers and people that play. And recently they were dissed for being old-fashioned, possibly anti-modern trends and enforcing or even having the concepts of gender identity. So yay.
Anti-modern trends.
What?
That's awesome.
So basically, and the interview did not get better. I didn't watch the whole thing. Someone did a really good job of taking out like quotes that are most important, but he sounds insane. What's the other one that he says in this that's my favorite? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I have to put like a content warning that this is pretty racist against people of indigenous peoples. So I'm very sorry. This is a quote he says, talking about Wizards of the Coast. They, Wizards of the Coast, just took, as all corporate raiders do, the treasures and then tried to make them their own. American Indians did the same thing they would, wipe out another tribe many times, take the women and children and murder off everything else and leave to make your own tribe that much better with room to grow. So yeah, he's a great person. So yeah, he's trying to do all these things. There's a new game there's a new like licensee of a product called Giant's Land he's been trying, but it's all messed up because like other friends, like other people, associates he knows that are sort of part of TSR are like doing this and with him. It's super confusing. I don't think any of this is going to get off the ground. And their Twitter, which they have a revived Twitter at TSR_games, has just some of, oh man,
they are a group desperately in need of a PR firm.
You say it.
And a design team. What the hell? That looks like the original TSR logo from the 80s.
Hold on.
Oh
my God,
brings
the
up a
graphics
good
look
point, though. What qualifies him to be a creator of a new D&D thing just because he's the son of who created D&D? And I have to say, what qualifies every other rich person who owns a fucking company in this country to run that like company? Like that's basically how America works. Is like your dad did something or your mom did something really well. They made a lot of money, and now you can do it just because you fell out of their womb. Like,
yeah, it's.
Well, I tell you what, I think I'll just keep playing D&D.
Yeah, pretty much. So their Twitter's a dumpster fire because they said some shit, and very quickly people also point out some of the things that Ernie has said. I'm gonna call him Ernie. He doesn't get to be called Gygax, even though Gary Gygax wasn't even that great of a person. Like he made D&D, but as a person he wasn't that great. But we don't need to get into that. But Ernie, so people like, kind of responded. They had to make a thing being like, we do not tolerate hate. They actually made a tweet in response to someone saying, hey, what about what Ernie's been saying? And they're like, that's Ernie's point of view. That's not the entire point of view of TSR. So their damage control has been fascinating.
It was just 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Did they pull some homeless dude off the street to fucking be their social media manager? Jesus.
Yeah, it's not been great.
Yeah, they need to hire a designer and a PR team like yesterday. Like this is what a dumpster fire.
So if you don't like Gary Gygax, you probably shouldn't play D&D, but we hear Milton Bradley was a really good guy. You might like his Vice versus Virtue game.
That's some like next level dumbass shit. Like,
I know.
Noted good guy, Milton Bradley.
Yeah, right? Like, what?
Wow.
So yeah, so there were a bunch of social media PR people that responded. Like, I forget who it is. I don't know. Well, I can't find out. It's gonna take too long. But there's actually on that particular tweet there was a PR, like someone who does it for a living. It's like, listen, as someone who does social media PR as a living, may I just tell you this was a very bad tweet.
Very, very bad tweet. Oh man, I think they need to hire someone. Laura, do you wanna go there?
They want for TSR games.
I can put out some fires, but not that one.
Yeah, not white supremacist fires.
I'd just be the guy who's on social media. It's like, yeah, this place is a piece of shit. I'd unfollow. Please just unfollow.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you for bringing that piece of news here.
Yep. So yeah, it's fun. Hopefully this will like be buried by next month, but we'll see. We'll see. I follow a ton of D&D stuff on Twitter, so this was flooding my Twitter, so I couldn't not mention it.
I'm reading what Strife was saying. Quote from an article about Gary Gygax. The story goes that in the 1980s, Gygax was summarily ousted from his company, TSR Inc., under the pretense of going to Hollywood and searching out media opportunities for Dungeons & Dragons brand. In reality, the company was simply sick of Gygax's hard-partying lifestyle that involves smoking drugs, drinking hard liquor at all hours of the day, and sleeping with random women while married.
Hey, yo, I've seen Gary Gygax.
Oh, I forgot the best part of this news. Oh, I'm so sorry. That just reminded me of the best part of the news. So Ernie, on top of all of this, is in court with it's not his mother, but I guess stepmother, with Gygex's last wife before he died, because she holds like a ton of the, I guess, the rights or something.
The TSR property.
Yeah, TSR property. So he's in court with her right now.
Because he's also, not only is he doing Giant Lands, he's trying to reinvigorate a lot of the old TSR brands that fell out of the way when TSR went under. So
yeah,
that would explain that.
So anyway. That's fun
Jesus
too. I know. This is such a glorious dumpster fire.
Yikes, that's horrible. Oh my god. What is up with this? What?
Yeah, I know. I was saying that. Stripe is telling us that, I'm guessing like latest wife, because I guess according to this, he had many wives. In 2019, claimed someone tried to kill her with a tripwire, and she was visited by her husband's spirit, and many were out to kill her. Ooh.
Is this in game?
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Like, this sounds like, I think I've played this.
Maybe the Satanic Panic was right.
I kind of want the drugs they were on fucking 20 years ago. Jesus.
Very, very crazy. All right.
Fun.
Very. So anyway, that was our fun news.
Interesting family. All right. Strife put in the link, and we'll definitely put the link in the website once it's up.
Yeah.
All right. So E3 happened last week. The other week, I forgot. I am losing time.
I know.
I mean,
2
it
weeks
was
ago?
uneventful, so
Okay.
Yeah.
So
no worries.
I didn't even get to watch it. I was busy. Work. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start with Microsoft Bethesda, since now they are together. First thing here, it says Halo Infinite.
It looks like a Halo game.
All right.
I mean, yes, it does look like a Halo game, but notably they are making the multiplayer free, which is a brilliant move on their part that they probably should have done a iteration ago of Halo, but it is absolutely the right call. I don't know that anyone's dropping $60 on just the campaign for Halo. Listen, I might be a couple Halos out of the loop. I don't know if the story suddenly got good, but I doubt a lot of people are going to drop $60 on the game, but they're going to make their money on microtransactions and multiplayer anyway, so I think that's absolutely the right call.
That makes sense.
And isn't it coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC and Xbox?
Oh, so notably, not everything, but nearly everything that Xbox Bethesda showed off is coming to Game Pass on day one. And that was absolutely Xbox's barometer for victory at E3 this year, was make Game Pass, which already might be the best value in gaming, and even better value in gaming, and they killed it.
Yeah. I already have Game Pass just because of that.
Because it's awesome. You should. Everyone should. And I'm saying that as a noted Xbox hater.
Yeah, same. Next thing, Fallout 76 Expeditions, The Pit. Lloyd, do you still play Fallout?
Do you both play? Do you play Fallout 76?
Yeah, I still play Fallout 76. The Pit is just one of the DLCs from Fallout 3, so I'm really excited for it. But it does come out next year, so gotta wait a little while for it.
What's so good
but
about
it looks
this?
really interesting. Say that again.
What's so good about it? Like, what makes it interesting?
Oh, well, it's just like we're able to go to a point in the story 200 years prior to when it was in Fallout 3. And it's going to be a whole new zone and shit like that. So, like, I'm glad that they're expanding more into the universe instead of, like, just staying in West Virginia and Fallout 76. But, like, I've always been an avid player of Fallout 76, despite the backlash it's had. But, like, at least they're trying to fix their game. Like, I'm proud of them for that.
I gotta give props. Shinta-san coming in. Lloyd, you're looking beautiful, sweetie.
Well, thank you. Even though my eyes are bugging out.
Why does your ear keep disappearing?
Because it's behind his ears.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be
Or hair.
behind my hair.
Ah, okay, I see it now. I see it. Okay.
Excuse me.
Moving on. What is Redfall? Please tell me about this.
Oh, so Redfall is we're all gonna get cool sciencey weapons and we're gonna kill vampires, and it looks sick.
Wait, what? You're killing vampires? That's all it is?
It's a vampire game. And it looks awesome, and I want to play the hell out of it.
What type of style is it? Like God of War style? What kind?
I've seen people like calling it like Left 4 Dead, and it doesn't really look like Left 4 Dead to me, but it is definitely like a 4v1 kind of asymmetric looking thing.
Okay.
I dig it. It looks fun. I want to play it.
Anything with vampires? Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Vampires and science weapons.
I insisted, by the way, that we put the next one on here because I wanted Forza on here because I was very vocal about saying the one thing Xbox is not allowed to do at this press conference is give me a 15-minute piece on Forza where I have to watch some guy sit like an asshole and talk to me about all the different mechanics of Forza for almost 20 minutes. And they did exactly that. And I came away from it going, I kind of want to play that game, actually. That game looks sick as hell. They got a battle royale mode in a racing game. That doesn't make any sense, but I want to play it.
What kind of car did they have on stage? Did they have a car on stage?
They did not have a car on stage as far as I saw.
Oh, okay.
But they did do a really good demonstration of the game. And, yeah, I want to play it. It looks cool.
Would you actually play it?
No. I mean, I say I will. It's the kind of game where I would absolutely say on a podcast that I played it and then just pretend to know what I'm talking about for 10 minutes. It's absolutely that kind of game.
Robbie doesn't think you know what cars are, apparently.
Would you have been able to tell us what kind of car it was, Kelly? Yeah, probably.
I know.
Yeah,
making fun of you.
I know, I'm not an expert on cars, but I know a decent bit. I was way more into racing games than you would have expected someone like me to be for about 20 years. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible with cars. Do not ask me about anything about a car.
Sarah, I want my dream car.
Not right now.
What's your dream car?
I want a late 80s, early 90s Trans Am. That's like the dream. It would be such a piece of garbage today, but it looked so cool and I want it. Or the actual dream car that I'll never be able to afford is a late 90s Dodge Viper.
Okay. All right. Did you guys
That's
watch
the dream
Fast 9 yet?
from Initial D.
No.
Well, listen, if we can talk Initial D cars, it's RX-7. I want an RX-7.
Okay,
That'd be awesome.
thank you. I was going to say, just say the RX-7.
There you go. I
But
got
I
you.
want the 886.
The A86 is
Strife,
awesome. Good.
The 886, hell yeah. Strife had a 91 Dodge Stealth, which is fucking awesome. Dig that.
All right, who's watched Fast 9 yet?
We
We're
will
going to see it
tomorrow. Although I know nothing about my only Fast and Furious movie I ever saw was Hobbs and Shaw, so I'm going to be very confused.
Yeah. Hey, Robbie's in
God,
the chat.
Sarah.
Robbie, how much of the other movies do we have to have watched to actually understand? Because, yeah, I saw Fast 1, Fast 2, Fast 3, and then Hobbs and Shaw. That's about where I'm at.
Okay, so I watched Fast 9 last night. It ties a lot of Tokyo Drift.
Okay, so I'll rewatch Tokyo Drift, and we'll go from there.
Tokyo
I'm
Drift
into it.
and with the one with Gal Gadot last was seen. Let's just say that.
Okay. All right, I'm into it.
And you thought how ridiculous the last action scenes are? You'll see how ridiculous this one is.
Well, I mean, are we talking more ridiculous than Hobbs and Shaw? Because Hobbs and Shaw was pretty redonk.
I mean, I've had to
so
see the
much
trailer
more
a couple
ridiculous.
times.
So much more
crazy
ridiculous.
The trailer was pretty crazy.
I'm into it. Listen, if they fire up the DeLorean and travel back in time, I'm going to be happy.
It is so ridiculous.
Fun fact about the DeLorean, they had to take the engine out of the DeLorean and put a Porsche engine in it because the car couldn't get up to 88 miles an hour.
Pretty much. Strife Tokyo Drift takes place after Fast 6. Yes. Even though it's the third movie, it does take place after 6. Timeline. All right, moving on. Starfield. What is Starfield?
Great question. I wish I knew it after watching the trailer.
know. All it was just the trailer was pretty boring, actually. It just shows that like you're gonna be going into space, but that's about it. There was no gameplay, and I don't know. I was hoping for cool looking space things, and we just got weird space suits. So
Yeah, I love that they wanted like okay, it's our first time really seeing anything about Starfield. What do people know about it? Well, they know you go into space. Cool. So we're gonna spend 2 minutes showing them that you go into space.
thanks.
Got it. Nailed it, Bethesda.
Strife says Space Skyrim. Darkflex says No Man's Skyrim. Isn't? Yeah.
How would you possibly know
don't
that?
know.
You've seen no
There's
gameplay.
nothing.
There has been no concept of anything other than a video of someone going to space. So yes, it is like those games in that you go to space in them too.
We're assuming because it's Bethesda, but we know nothing. I mean, I'm hoping, I guess it's first person, but it also, I thought it'd be stylized a little differently, and it's not.
No.
It's not.
I pictured a game more like Outer Worlds.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
No.
Just no.
But
Is it
Outer Worlds
Outer
wasn't
Worlds?
good.
I'm not saying it had to be Outer Worlds. I thought stylistically that
Yeah.
would have been the vibe they'd go for.
Yeah, more like a cyberpunk space kind of thing, as opposed to, hey, remember episode 4 spacesuits? Here you go.
Yeah.
Which it's not on this list. They did tease fucking Outer Worlds 2 for some fucking
Yeah,
dumbass
I was gonna
reason.
say that. Wasn't there an Outer Worlds 2 announcement?
There was an Outer Worlds 2 announcement, which I'm going to come to the defense of Outer Worlds. Now, I wasn't the biggest Outer Worlds fan. It was all right. But as far as a new IP goes, it did actually set up a lot of interesting things that could be explored well in a second game. Will they? Time will tell. But like, it didn't like close off a universe and just be like, okay, the story's told. We're done. No, there's plenty more to explore and do in this world. And now with a game under their belt, maybe we get a better attempt at it in the second one. I mean, think Witcher, right? The Witcher 1 is, some people are going to get mad about this. The Witcher 1 sucks ass. It's really bad. But Witcher, and I mean, let's be honest, Witcher 2 also sucks.
Witcher 2 was
Witcher
the
3 is
best.
where they finally got it right, and
Witcher 2
that's
is what
about
everybody remembers.
Yeah.
Like, it's the game everybody played.
So there is precedent for this happening. Like, even Mass Effect. We love all the Mass Effect games, but Mass Effect 1, it's okay.
Fallout 1.
Oh.
Elder Scrolls 1.
Okay, but now we're going back to like the late 80s, early 90s. Like,
Just saying.
like the game had a computing power of a speaking spell.
So you're saying it has a chance, though.
I'm saying there's a chance.
All right, sounds good. All right, moving on. Ubisoft. The only thing that I see here on Ubisoft is Mario Rabbids 2.
That's the only good thing out of their fucking press conference, because they tried jamming their fucking release, like their trailers, with the fucking developers talking to us for 9 minutes after the fucking trailer. It was fucking grating. I hated Ubisoft this year so bad.
E3 failed Ubisoft so hard to do a 30-minute dick suck circle jerk where they're like, okay, here's what we're hoping we're going to see at E3 this year. We're not going to see any of it, by the way. Here's what we're hoping that we're going to see this year. Okay, what are you hoping we're going to see? What are you hoping we're going to see? Check out our Tetris couch. All right. And then, okay, 30 minutes over, 1 hour of countdown clock and behind-the-scenes interviews, and it's just like, what were you guys thinking? Push the stream back an hour, do your 30-minute video, and then go right into the Ubisoft forward. And then, yeah, I mean, I thought Ubisoft did fine. Like, I don't think there was anything to write home about, but, like, in a world where we had Square Enix, like, no, we're not trashing out Ubisoft for failing. Like, God.
Did they not even announce an Assassin's Creed game?
They announced the DLC for Assassin's Creed. This will be the first Assassin's Creed that will get DLC into its second year, which I'm all about, because that means I don't get a new Assassin's Creed game for once this year. How nice is that? Support your IP for longer than 5 minutes.
Right.
So yeah, there was that. It was cool.
And then there was the 5 fucking Far Cry games, or I mean, Far Cry and whatever the other 5 other FPSs they shovel out.
Well, listen, Far Cry, they did show some Far Cry, but everyone showed some Far Cry. That was at every showcase, it felt like.
Yes. Nate says, by the way, Summer Games Fest is greater than E3. Yes, we actually have Summer Games Fest at the very end. But let's just go ahead and talk about that right now. Biggest announcement, of course, Elden Ring from Software.
Driving everybody mad.
I want it in my veins.
It looks so good.
It's so good.
It looks so good. I caught that premiere trailer. I was so glad I was able to catch that.
So we got Dark Souls, but you have a horse. That's cool.
That's pretty
And you can jump.
Jump
I mean,
size.
don't get me wrong. You could jump in the other Dark Souls games.
To your
Kind
death.
of. Yeah, I mean, sure. Like, there was technically a jump button. It was kind of context sensitive, aka whenever it's least convenient.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I thought Elden Ring looked really nice. Maybe now that it's coming out, we'll finally get the Winds of Winter. I don't know. Probably not.
Don't hold your breath.
Did you see, by the way, George R. R. Martin said that he wished that the HBO series would have waited for the books to finish coming out? Yeah, George. Thanks for that. We wish that too, George. Put the book out.
Your actors would have been too old.
They could have digitally aged them down. Like, Arya could have been 40 and bring her back to 21. Like, come on.
George R. R. Martin has left more chapters on the floor, on the cutting room floor, like easily enough to fill up 2 seasons of the HBO show. But no, he won't put the book out. He's busy watching the Jets, which I get it. You like football. That's great. Put your damn book out, George. Sorry.
It's okay.
Robbie pointed out that I yell at people named George in my life a lot because both Lucas and Martin.
That's true.
Disappointments.
Right.
Episode 1 was the best, though.
Is there anything that else came out from Summer Games Fest though, other than Elden Ring?
I didn't really watch, so I'm not like Callie would probably be the best.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. Here's the thing. I spent the entire weekend, and it's all bled together at this point. I don't remember what came out of what anymore, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to care anymore. Oh, my heart.
All right, moving on. Square Enix. Square
Yeah,
Enix.
Summerfest. Sick. Into it.
Square Enix.
Listen, the whole E3 Summer Games Fest weekend was a monumental disappointment that could have been done in like 2 days. So that's why it has all bled together. Could have, yeah, exactly. A meeting that could have been an email. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it. So I'm getting all the feedback from you all. Square Enix, Stranger of Paradise FF Origins.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this a demo?
Listen,
Maybe is this chaos?
Yes,
This
it's
is
chaos.
This is chaos, guy. Listen. All right. I got a couple things on this. Yes, he is the blandest bland character in the history of blandy blandness. He absolutely is. Supposedly, what I am understanding is that this is going to be your base freelancer form, and you'll be able to switch to other jobs that will get you different gear to put on. That aside, the character aside, I played the demo.
Me too.
It's
I did play
actually
the demo.
fun.
Yes, I have to
The
agree.
demo is actually fun. It's a game I would want to play. The gameplay is good.
It is actually really good. I have to agree with Callie because I didn't have time to play video games, but I opened up this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is fun. I just want to grind. I just want I
Yes.
mean, it's really, really fun.
Now, is it utterly insane that you've got freaking Nomura coming out there saying, I wanted to make a movie or a game about an angry man? Okay, that's original. Wow, a game about an angry man. You are treading some new ground. Sick. It's going to be the...
White cis men are not the normal.
Listen, this is going to be the most, like, masculine, heart-pumping game since Duke Nukem. I can't wait.
Yep.
It's
I
fun
can.
though. All right,
No, but it
Sarah.
is fun. Like, that's the issue. Like, listen,
It's fun.
I've said it for years. The gold standard of games is it fun. Because if it's fun, you can forgive almost anything else. Like, almost every other aspect of the game can suck if it's fun.
I don't know, Sarah. You have a different point of view on that because
No,
I know
I'm
you
just
actually.
I'm just very frustrated with. There are so many games and so many things out there that it's very, very frustrating to have AAA games that are just so. I am sick of another Final Fantasy game that has an all-male cast.
Mhm.
If Final Fantasy 16 has an all-male cast, I'm going to scream.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very sick of this, like, I'm going to say it, cis-het white normative dude. I hate it. I'm sick of it. And it's not original. Like, it's about an angry man. It's, like, that is so unoriginal.
Yeah,
Like,
Sarah, I'm going to need you to stop playing games from Japan.
it's not just games from Japan.
It isn't, but, like, boy, is it pervasive there. Think about the trouble we have finding an anime where two girls kiss.
I know, but
Like, think
Red-
about the trouble we have with that.
Red Dead Redemption is not a Japanese game. And I'm sorry, but it's also just about two angry men.
Well, I mean, you know what? That's fair.
So,
I mean, you could apply that to almost all of Rockstar stuff. When's the last time you saw a major leading lady in a Rockstar game?
four
Angry Men.
angry men, sorry.
There you go.
Red Dead Redemption is about 4 angry men.
Probably
One-
Fat Sex had to issue a correction.
Sorry, issue correction. You can repeat. We can send that. Anyway, I'm just sick of it, and I get it. Jedi Fallen Order, white cis man. Like I'm just.
I mean, it was a white cis man, although it had a pretty damn diverse cast.
No,
throughout.
I'm happy it does, but it's just frustrating because the problem is whenever you say anything about this, whenever you complain about how a character looks or anything or how boring they are, I need to kill chaos. What everybody says is, well, it's supposed to be so you can they're supposed to be so bland so you can put yourself in it. I'm not a white cis man.
No, but Sarah, you would agree you want to kill chaos.
I don't know if I even do.
Sarah, you
You
can't
have to
say
kill-
that.
Yes.
This is 2021. This is woke culture. You can't say you don't want to kill chaos. What's wrong with you?
Anyway.
You some boomer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am sure it's a fun game. I don't know. It's just very exhausting. And watching this was just very exhausting. So
Yeah. No, listen, I totally get it. I think my biggest hope with it was that the reason he was so bland is you'd get to make your own character.
right.
Like, he was so bland that had character creation written all over it.
Yes.
Which, by the way, you as a design team, you have failed when your character comes out and people go, oh, that must be the default that I can build around. And people go, no, that's the actual character.
Yeah, it's bad news bears.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I have to bring this up. Omega Waltall says raise hand in black man. Out of context, that is the funniest goddamn thing I have seen in chat all night. Thank you.
Listen, well, I said earlier today that I hope Welltall frequents my streams going forward because I miss the sass.
Yes.
Like, I've only been away from the office for 2 days and I already missed the sass. So I need this in my life. I need it in my soul hole.
Please don't talk about your soul hole. It's inappropriate.
What?
This is
Where
a
is
family-friendly
the
channel.
soul hole?
You don't need to know where you're
Where did that bit come from? Do you remember?
Probably you and Robbie being gross.
Yeah,
My brother
probably.
Robbie, sorry.
Yeah, probably.
All right, and then 16 seconds of Final Fantasy 16, and then
Okay, did we even get 16 seconds? Because I remember like 1.6 seconds.
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't
I don't
fun.
remember 16 seconds of Final Fantasy
Still
16.
know nothing.
I clocked it at 16 seconds. Yeah.
You where? When did that happen?
I mean, 10 seconds of it was probably like just the intro, like
Yeah,
No,
it
title.
was.
they played like a montage of different games, and I saw like one clip of FF16 in it.
yeah, that was it.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm just worried like I didn't miss something because I lambasted them for not showing any of it.
It was mostly the title screen.
Okay, good.
Like always.
Hey, but
Life-
we also got Life is Strange. So that's
Life is
cool.
We did. So
Strange.
that's exciting. So Square Enix, there's a new Life is Strange, their third installment called True Colors, which is pretty exciting. We never play Life is Strange 2, which is actually probably a bad thing because it probably should have done better, but that's okay. They're remastering, however, the first Life is Strange and Before the Storm, which is Life is Strange 1's prequel for the Switch. So that's exciting.
And for PC.
And for PC. And Life is Strange True Colors will be coming out, I think, both on Switch and PC.
Yep.
So
And I'm so geeked because I sat there wondering like, okay, so her power is empathy.
yeah.
So she's Sarah. Got
Shut
it.
up.
What
Listen.
does that mean though, like gameplay wise? So to finally get to see a little of the gameplay and like how that's actually gonna like affect the story. Now I get it. Now I'm in. Also, she's totally gay. So
Bye.
yours might be bi. Mine's gay.
I'm just saying that there's two options.
Mhm, you do. You have options. Absolutely.
So, but anyway, I think character canonically, but your choice of who you go with, yes. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, as Callie alludes to, finally someone made a game that's about me. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
Finally, a game for me.
Yay. Anyway, so, but yeah, also, yeah, why not Pan? That's true. I
Why
mean,
not?
why not? Could be. I always usually, even though I identify as pansexual, I usually assume someone says bi just because people usually use that as an umbrella term. I don't like using it as an umbrella term. I prefer more like multisexual as an umbrella term. But not a lot of people agree with me, and we don't have time for that conversation.
Why not?
So-
It's the Pride episode.
Well, I don't have anybody interested in that conversation with me, but it anger a lot of people.
Oh, we don't care. Nintendo.
Yes,
Nintendo.
probably the best one out there. Of
Yeah, I think
their,
it's the best one.
I actually watched the whole thing. I was actually there for that one
Mhm.
because I took a day off.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue it'll be a battle between Nintendo and Microsoft for who
Yeah.
had the best showing.
Yeah.
They both showed up at least. Microsoft obviously makes an event of it. Nintendo says, "Here's your 30-minute video that we happen to be doing on E3 week." And then, granted, they show you a whole bunch of games that
Yeah.
you're going to want. So,
That's
The
it.
biggest shocking was Metroid Dread.
Metroid 5. We got a confirmation that they are still working on Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
So glad to know that's still happening. I would love to have gotten a similar confirmation for Bayonetta 3 that we did not get. Listen, she's got a hell of an ass, and I'd like
I
to see
know.
more of it. Anyway,
I know.
Metroid 5 / Metroid Dread has been confirmed, coming out this year. Going back for some 2D side-scroller action. I'm going to have to wander around a huge map, not knowing where to find the weapon that I need. And I'm here for it.
You can be invisible though.
You can?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's
No.
stealth. Like
There
it's-
is.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
One of your powers is basically to be invisible. I think you can only do it in certain sections. Like, it's not like throughout the game. I think it's like certain corners, basically. So the idea is the monster would like when they would see you would actually turn away, kind of thing. But that's all I saw, so I don't know.
Nice. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I only
Yeah.
heard the news. I'm like, I don't even have to know what's going on in the game. I just want it.
Yeah, it looks great. I have a weird, I don't play a lot of games like this, but I enjoy the style of like a 3D platformer game. So like it's meant to like emulate 2D but in a 3D format. I don't know why. I don't know if I could play one, but I enjoy the look. So
Awesome. What's Skyward Sword? I don't think I've ever played
yeah, so Skyward,
Zelda.
yeah, it's from Zelda. It was originally for the Wii U, which of course, I mean, that was like the only game people played on the Wii U. If you had a Wii U, you
Right.
probably went to someone's house. You probably went to your friend's house who was a chump and bought the Wii U and played Skyward Sword.
Also
Correction,
the,
it was on the Wii, not the Wii U.
I thought it was on the Wii U.
No, the Wii U was
Breath of the Wild. It was kind of like what happened with Twilight Princess, where it was on the GameCube and the Wii. Breath of the Wild was on Wii U and Switch.
I thought there was one on that was Wii U exclusive.
I've seen it.
They
Like,
did a remake of
Wow,
Twilight
okay.
Princess, or no, they released Twilight Princess and they did a remake of Wind Waker on
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that. I
Oh,
only
you're
saw
good.
it for the Wii U. But so I knew about Twilight Princess on the Wii because I played it, but I never knew that Skyward Sword was on the Wii. I thought the Wii was old by
That
then.
said, the Wii U exclusive Fatal Frame game
Yes.
is getting remade for the Switch and is officially coming out. And to me, that's the same thing as releasing a new game because no one ever played it.
It's true. It's true.
Very true. Nintendo's
So-
making big moves though.
Well, the cool thing about Skyward Sword, which has got me really excited for it, is I hated the motion controls on the Wii, and I couldn't fucking play Skyward Sword, and it's the only Zelda game that I have never beaten. So I'm picking that up day one, and I'm fucking beating it because like I want to.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so it's because you can do motion control, but you also can use the Joy-Cons
Yep.
as just like joystick controls for it as well. So definitely was the big thing. Also, of course, the big news was Breath of the Wild 2 trailer
Yes.
came out, or teaser, I should say. So that's already out, and people are of course going. I mean, it was so funny because it was like the last thing that came out too. I feel like.
Yeah, it was literally the last announcement, and it's got me so hyped for it because so much context in that trailer. Because like we're like the music kind of hints at Twilight Princess and the Dark Realm, and there was one other thing. Oh, the floating islands harken back to Skyward Sword. So we're
Right.
actually might get a huge lore dump in this universe, and I am so for it.
Yeah. Miguelta also mentions that Kazuya was mentioned in Smash. Not another Fire Emblem character, so I'm disappointed. Just kidding.
Yeah, people would have lost their
I
mind.
know, and I would have just laughed and laughed.
Stop. All right. And what is this last one?
Oh, so, I mean, I don't care that much, but Shin Megami Tensei 5 was announced, and I make fun of it because they can have a female protagonist as their lead character, I think. It's very, I don't know what gender the main protagonist is. There was a female voiceover, and the character was, like, feminine in a masculine school uniform, but then the character turns into someone with long hair and very feminine features. So I don't know, but they're still better than Persona in my mind.
Well, I mean, yes, in Megami Tensei
Nice.
for Persona fans who don't want to play in high school.
It's true. That's basically if you play Persona and went, man, these social skills, these social links thing and talking to people and dealing with teen drama sounds like bullshit. I just want to battle. Play Shin Megami Tensei.
Okay.
It's basically the
Makes
same
sense.
game.
Thank you.
Literally in the same world.
They used to be the same game. It used to be Shin Megami Tensei Persona, and then that was the same for number 2, and then starting in number 3, they branched out. So that's why.
Got it. Makes sense. Yeah, I couldn't get into Persona because of the whole high school thing. I feel like
I have the game for you.
I feel too old for that. And then the indie games.
Oh, Death Trash. It looks like a Fallout 2D or isometric pixel art game, which looks really fun to play. And that was the only indie game that kind of struck out at me, other than like maybe the grandma walking simulator. Like that was a great showcase. Or was there like a cat cafe or kiwi mailing? Like those games just don't, like, they look like fun games, but like why would you
Listen,
yeah.
there's an indie darling every year and it is seldom the one you see at E3. It is a game that shows up usually around. There's 2 months it can show up. It can either show up in May or in like July, and it just randomly appears, and suddenly everyone you know has already played and beaten it, and you're the only one who hasn't, and then it wins Game of the Year or Indie Game of the Year. Like, that's the only way this happens now.
It's like the
Sorry
Oscars.
about your experience with Undertale.
Listen, yes, it hurt me, and I love it.
It's like
I'm
the
surprised
Oscars.
we haven't heard anything on Rune.
Deltarune.
Deltarune.
Still working on it.
Lloyd, I don't need to hear that from you. I know. I know there's not been anything on Deltarune. It's almost like Toby never talks about it, just to hurt me.
Yeah, just you personally.
It's all a personal slight against me. One time I sent him a message on Twitter saying I really liked his game, and he said, you know what? Fuck that person. I'm never putting out Deltarune now. Like all artists, he hates the things he makes.
It's this attitude is why you never get a wyvern in Final Fantasy 14.
Sorry. That was actually good.
Ouch.
Sorry,
Rude.
Kelly. I laughed at that. Speaking of
No, I'm not gonna be okay. No. I'm gonna tough it out. I'm
We
gonna
love
finish
you,
the show like a
Kelly.
professional.
We love you, Kelly.
I'm still married to you.
you're forever stuck.
Good. I'm
Guys
glad.
moved to Utah. We could get married too. No.
Polygamy's legal in Utah, right?
Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, it's not. We just
Oh,
have
it's
to.
Oh, we just gotta be Mormon.
But people do it anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just gotta be Mormon. They won't question it.
I'm kind of interested. How come you guys didn't put in Scott Cawthon? Or
Oh, listen,
'Cause I
that
don't
whole
want-
situation makes me too sad to talk about it.
I have thoughts. I'm happy to give thoughts on that.
Go ahead and give
go
thoughts.
ahead.
All right.
Go ahead, Kelly.
For those who don't know, Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's,
Mhm.
a series that I have greatly enjoyed, and that Sarah and I have greatly enjoyed over the
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
Watched
His political donations were made very public. Probably not something he was thrilled about. There was a lot of back and forth when it first happened. We found out he was a donor to, you can probably take a guess
Yeah.
as to whom, McConnell, the right wing, the whole line of them.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people in the LGBTQ community and other left-leaning communities went, nope, my money's not going towards that. There was a huge kind of back and forth saying like, oh, he might have actually, it might have been a hack issue and he might have actually been scammed.
Roll
And
eyes.
and it's like, great, if that's the case, then all he has to do is come out and say that's the case.
Right.
I'll still be suspicious, but at
Yeah.
least I'll move on. No, he absolutely did. And at that point, he was left with two choices that he could make. And either one of them, there was a path forward with. Either he could reevaluate where he stood politically and be a better ally, ideal,
But
or he could not do that. And because this is America, he is allowed to not do that. It is his choice who he donates his money to. 100% his decision. And in doing that, he would also have to then understand that there's going to be a lot of the LGBTQ community who is not going to follow him, who is going to say, and I'm out, I'm going to go read Animorphs or something like that. That was the big joke, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
So those were his two choices, and either of them was a viable path forward. Believe me, we've seen with Harry Potter, there's plenty of a market out there without the LGBTQIA community, as much as it hurts me personally. Scott chose neither. Scott said, you know what, I'm going to take my ball, and I'm going to go home, and I'm going to sit on my pile of money.
Yep.
And he quit. He decided to leave. He is going to basically hand the franchise off to someone else to run in his stead, and he's left.
He didn't
and it's
sell
like-
it. He just like
I assume he's going to sell it. He was not particular about what he was going to do with it. But yeah, his decision was to get up and leave, which is the most cowardly decision I could imagine someone making in that scenario. And it really sucked. Like, it was a huge bummer to see it go down that way.
See, and I think what really bugs me the most is not just Scott Cawthon's like fucking statements, because it's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. It's the people who were defending him, like, well, his editor's trans, and it's like, okay, that's the same fucking argument saying I'm not racist because I have black friends.
Black friends.
You're
yeah.
a piece of shit if you're fucking doing that. Like,
Listen, like, it is super important to, like, we have to all take a step back and realize that if we were to go through the political donations of every company we support, We would not like what we found.
Mhm.
We'd have a whole lot of video game companies out there that we would not be happy about. I very purposefully did not go look through the political donations of the company I spent the last few years working for, because I did not want to know what I would find. Like, that is a reality. That said, that's why it came to Scott to then have the choice to say, I'm either going to stick to what I did and own it, or to change my opinion. And choosing to do neither really sucks. Like, he may consider himself an ally to the LGBTQI community, and he may hire people who are trans. I know famously he made one of the children non-binary on purpose. Like, it was like, there's good representation there. Like, but I'm sorry, who your money goes to, since I am giving you my money for your product, does matter to this community. It like, especially at a time right now where a lot of the right wing is very actively harming the trans community in every state in the country. It matters right now. And so I'm sorry, you do. Everyone says, keep your politics out of my games, and that is impossible, because silence is a political statement. Not saying anything is a political statement in favor of the oppressor. Every time. Look throughout history, there's never an example where that isn't true. So if you aren't making a political statement, you are making a political statement, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry. I'm off my
Callie mic
pedestal
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just gonna be one less thing we focus on at this point.
Yeah.
Bye, Scott. Bye. All right. Bye. As you can tell, we are very, 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 very appreciative for everyone who are here. We are celebrating Pride Month. We are very true supporters of Pride Month. Little dances there. Even Lloyd's avatar is dancing too.
Yeah, because he can now
I
move
can't
now
move
with
my
it.
fucking arms. I don't have arms.
Do the shoulders.
A shimmy.
A shimmy. He's trying. He's getting there.
My boobs move, but my arms don't.
Yeah, I don't like that Lloyd's VTuber model looks like it has bigger boobs than I do.
It looks like I have one huge tit. Like, a boob.
I mean, it's definitely more realistic than that. I hate. They do this a lot in anime and video games where they're putting, the girls have a T-shirt on and it indents.
Yeah, it indents underneath.
Yeah, and
like clearly they have a seam in there.
Because
That
that's
doesn't
not
make
how
sense.
that works.
No.
Like, you
it's
have to
not.
there's like a hole that you have to like fit your boob
Yeah,
into
yeah,
when you put it in. Yeah, like
Bra cups are in it.
classic.
Ugh, drives me nuts. Anyway.
For the individual boob physics when they move, like one tit, like
Yes,
shapes
when one
weird
goes up
the-
and
yeah.
one goes down, you're like, that's not
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
No, wait, what?
Did you ask anybody with boobs?
No, listen, they have never talked to anyone with boobs.
Sorry, I had a far off look. Like, that doesn't work. Yeah, okay. I just had to make sure.
She's like trying to remember. Like, how do I make it that one goes up and one goes down?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was doing. But yeah, now that we're at the end of our outline, Callie,
Oh,
it's
Is it
your
my turn?
It's
It's your turn.
Okay.
Finally.
all right. So this is obviously my first public appearance since the
Yay.
events of Monday.
Thank you for making us the first appearance.
Yes, well, you were the first to ask. So.
Yay.
So yes, I do have a few announcements to make and a couple questions to answer. For those who aren't aware, I was let go from Checkpoint on Monday. I had started to suspect probably late last week that my ending, that I wasn't going to be with the company for too much longer. I wasn't certain, but I had a feeling. And that came true on Monday. It was a very tough day for me, but yet one that I have known was coming for longer than I think I cared to admit. Sarah will tell you, there have been plans in the works for what comes next for a while.
A while.
Yeah, this is not something that I thought was never going to happen. So I want to start by saying I'm not here to trash on my former company or any of my former coworkers in any way. I want to give the biggest thank you in the world, in fact, to Christine, who is here, to Nate, who I saw in the chat, to Robbie, who I saw in the chat, to Norris, who might be lurking. and to Rick and to Chad, who I have had the greatest pleasure working with over the last, for some people, 9 years now. It's been almost a decade in some ways working. And actually for Nate, it is over a decade we've been working together on one project or another. So it has been transformative, and it has changed my life in ways that I could never have even imagined. And I'm nothing but grateful for the time that I did have working for Beasley and working with Checkpoint and with Limit Break Radio. So what's next? Everyone told me on the day that I was let go that if I just sat around and decompressed, I would figure out really quickly what it was that I wanted to do next. And I started to realize that it isn't, I'll tell you what it isn't that what I want to do next. It isn't marketing meetings. It isn't strategy sessions. It isn't 4 hours of show prep. It isn't any of that. I remember a time in probably 2015, 2014, 16, somewhere in that area when I first came out, where I was getting to stream almost every night, late night streams, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And those were some of the most formative moments of my life. That is the reason I am out of the closet publicly today. And that's what I miss. What I miss is all of you. I miss talking with you and connecting with you and trying to be a force for a positive change in this community. And to that end, I have spent the last 10 years building other people's brands, and I'm ready to start trying to build my own brand. I've seen a lot of people ask, will I be going back to LBR? I am making an appearance on the reunion special this Sunday. I am greatly looking forward to it, 8 o'clock or 8:30, I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, I have the time up. We're talking about the Shadowbringers MSQ in its entirety. I heard some people are going to be joining us from all across the LBR spectrum, and I'm really excited to get to talk with everyone again. Pookie, I'm telling you, just show up.
Just show up.
Literally, just like, what are we going to do? Be like, oh, Christine, we didn't invite her. What?
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Have
show up.
access to the Discord. Just
Yeah,
pop
exactly.
in.
You're still there. I am going to be making an appearance, and believe me, whenever there's like a big reunion or something like this, I'm absolutely going to be there. LBR was such a formative part of my life and such an important thing to me. There is no way I would say no to being there. It is not something I'm going to do as a, like, that's what I do moving forward, but I will be there for reunions whenever I'm invited. So absolutely. What I am going to be doing is launching, well, I already launched it, but I'm going to be paying way more attention to my Twitch channel and to my own social medias. And we're going to try and make a fucking brand out of this. I am launching my own brand, and I had to think of what some of my important pillars were going to be for that brand. And the biggest ones are, first and foremost, games that we love to play and movies that we love to watch, because as much as I am a gaming fan, I'm an even bigger cinema buff. I love film. So those are going to be two big ones. And LGBTQ inclusivity is, of course, going to be a big one. Sex and kink positivity is going to be a major focus on this brand. There's going to be no kink shaming anywhere in my brand.
Love it.
And we are, like, kink isn't a major part of Pride. I've been saying that throughout the month of June. And sex positivity and kink positivity is going to be a part of this brand moving forward. And tabletop and role play is also going to be a major part of the brand. So to that end, the one thing I'm not ready to do for streaming is I don't have the equipment yet. I have enough equipment to run a stream in the interim, but not something to do on a regular basis. So July 3rd at 6:30 p.m., we are going to be doing a fundraiser stream. I have done a number of charity streams over the year. I have had the pleasure of raising money for Trevor Project, for Affirmations, for Transgender Michigan. I do have in my brain tinkering around a couple more that I want to work on. One is for Trans Lifeline. I want to do a charity stream for them in the not too distant future here. This will be my first time trying to do a fundraiser for myself. And I understand that that comes with a very different set of expectations and it's a very different ask. It's a much bigger ask because it is not me saying, hey, give to this great cause. It's saying, give to you getting to see more of me.
Give us your money.
Kind of. I'm hoping to raise at least $1,000 to basically outfit the studio with proper streaming equipment, to get a proper camera, to get a proper microphone, to get a backdrop, some proper lighting in here, so that I can stream frequently. And I'm going to be streaming 4 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are already confirmed. I don't know the 4th day yet, but I will have it up for you. So on July 3rd, we're going to be doing this stream to try to raise some money, see what we can do. And I haven't decided what game I'm going to play yet. And that's going to be up to you guys to help me figure out. I could do Final Fantasy VIII, which is my charity stream du jour. It is the go-to. We also had the idea of doing the Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers MSQ. Do that from start to finish. We also have Mass Effect 3 to pick up where we left off in Mass Effect 2. And then I'm also going to put the other up there. So everyone's going to get to vote on what they want it to be. I'll have a poll up later tonight that you guys can all vote for. That'll run through a few days, probably run until into mid next week. And here's my hope. Not only am I hoping to be able to raise enough money to properly outfit the studio on July the 3rd, I want to make affiliate on July the 3rd. I have already done a stream last week, and you have to do 7 unique streams in 30 days, in addition to getting enough people watching. So I am going to stream every day this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, to get up to 6. And then our 7th stream in the last 30 days will be on July 3rd. And if we can get enough viewership, we should be able to crack all the affiliate requirements on day 1 of the live stream. And I'm very excited about that. That's something I'm hopeful to do. We'll see how it goes. After that, we'll take a quick break, probably about a week, while I order the parts and rebuild the studio. And we will officially start streaming regularly on my birthday, July 21st. On Wednesday, we'll be doing an 8 to 12-hour stream. I don't know how long it'll be yet, as a here we go, kicking it off, launching it sort of thing. And then you guys will have me regularly performing for you. I am done working for other people. From now on, I work for you. I am sick of having a boardroom to report to. I am sick of having bosses in other states that I have to report to. From now on, I report to you. And that's the way I want it. So, July 3rd for the charity stream. I would greatly appreciate you guys being here with me all this week when I'm streaming, because it'll help get that average number up. Twitch.tv/Ascalia is indeed the Twitch channel. And you can follow me on Twitter @Ascalia. I do have a contest going on right now. If you retweet my tweet and follow the thing, you can win any item in the FF14 cash shop. That's a drawing, and we'll be doing that drawing live on the charity stream.
Any item? Have you
I
seen
was
the
gonna
price on
ask
those
you.
items?
If I win that personally, I don't play Final Fantasy 14.
No.
Can I exchange that for all the gil on your 11 character?
All the gil on my 11? Yes, if you win, you can have all the gil on my 11 character. I don't know how much money that is. I'll tell you what, genuinely, that could either be nothing or a metric fuck ton of gil. I don't know how much that is. But yes, please, I would appreciate all if you would stick with me this week while I start figuring out the stream, try and get it built up, and then please, July 3rd, set some time aside. Obviously, I don't expect you all to be there for the full event, but any time you can spend with us would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having you all be my boss from now on.
Which is a little scary, though, to be fair.
Oh, it's terrifying. Oh my god, yeah.
And they don't agree with each other either, which I guess is like corporate. So I guess
that's nothing different. I've been living that life forever.
Yeah,
around what time?
I'll be helping out when I can. I obviously can't help out all the time because I have my own job. I'm actually trying to transition to some other kind of crazy things in my life. That's terrifying, but also exciting. But you know, apparently. What? Sorry.
I just got a message asking, hey, weird time to talk about it, but would you say that my vagina is poggers?
That's my brother!
Yeah, which makes it weirder. I wasn't going to out him, but yes.
What time, July 3rd?
July 3rd, it's going to be starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And if, depending on what we play, it might run different lengths of time. I'm going to guarantee you the stream will at least run 12 hours. But if we're raising money and in FF8, if we're playing FF8 and it's going smoothly, we'll keep it going. And yeah, I'm really, really excited and really, really nervous. Again, guys, I understand that it's a vastly different ask when I'm doing a fundraiser for myself versus for a charity, and no one is under any pressure to contribute. But if you can and you would like to see more of me performing, then I would, of course, greatly appreciate it. By the way, we are going to be doing a segment on the stream, and we'll do our first one on the charity stream called Dear Callie, where people can write in questions about roleplay or character development or character background for your tabletop or in FF14 or in whatever game you play, anything about roleplay. I have been role-playing now from GoGaia.com up through Final Fantasy 14 for 20 years. I have a ton of experience with this. That is a bit that we're going to definitely do on the show and maybe one day make a podcast out of. Dun, dun, dun. So yes, those are the announcements.
Thank you, Callie. Thank you, Callie, for sharing that. Again, if you are listening, twitch.tv/Escalia, twitter.com/Escalia. Sorry, I don't social media anymore.
No, I hear you. Yes, it is at Escalia, twitch.tv/Escalia. Lucky enough to have those names everywhere I go. And by the way, I'm really excited to get to use that name again. I felt like I've stepped away from my from that identity over the last few years, and I'm reclaiming the fuck out of that name. It is mine.
Get it, girl. Yes, exactly. So we're very, very good friends. Escalia is actually the best. I've been following Callie like for the longest time. It's been years. And very entertaining. I hope you all get to check her out and get to the cause. I am definitely gonna I'll talk to you guys on the side. But yeah, go ahead and support her. Go ahead for it.
I'm putting my tweet poll up, by the way, right now for which game you want to have played.
Yes, go ahead and put that up there. I think I saw Strife put it up in our chat too.
That's the giveaway that's happening.
Yes,
yeah.
that's for the giveaway. That is running through July the 2nd is the last day to enter for that. And again, all you have to do is follow my Twitter and retweet it, and you are entered to win. If you win, you get any item you want in the cash shop.
Yeah, I know. I when I explained these giveaways, because I think I'm the one who kind of mentioned to you that I've seen a lot of FF14 streamers who did this. I said most people do a set number, like dollar amount or an item, and you decided, I'll just say anything. So you're brave.
That's well, I mean, listen, I don't want to make it out like it's some big thing. The most expensive item in the shop is $45. So
I know.
It's not but it's effectively saying anything up to $45 is effectively what I said. No, any item you want in the cash shop. I'm not going to nickel and dime you on a penny. Whatever item you want, it's yours. I got you.
Cash shop, not
what
the Square
about
Enix
the
store.
$200 plush?
I don't think that's in the cash shop. I hope not. No, it has to be a 14 item.
Has to be in the cash shop.
Oh my
Final
God.
Fantasy
Virtual
14 cash
goods.
shop.
We'll have to tell that story later, by the way.
I don't want to tell that story later.
Sorry, different text we saw that reminded us of a story.
We'll
tell
talk
it
about it
later.
after the stream.
Yeah,
after
we
the
gotta do
podcast
conversation. So, but yeah, I got nothing else to say. You'll probably hear me around when I can. You'll definitely hear me helping out with the July 3rd stream. We set at a specific date where I could help out, because as we discovered, since before we were dating, I am a good streamer partner. Yay!
It is true.
So you will hear my voice. If we end up playing 14, you will see me play. So depending on what you guys choose, I will also be there. We were kind of jokingly talking about reviving our show. I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
It could.
We used to do a show. If those of you who've been with us, we used to do a show way back when called Loathe at First Sight. We had only been dating for a few months at that point, and we started that show.
Yeah, we were really testing our relationship there.
We really were. That was like my first introduction. Like, hi, people, I exist. That was a really fun show, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it. So. We always had talked about, in the past trying to revive it, but it just was never in the cards for lots of various reasons. But now it could be. So I don't know when that would be. Likely that probably wouldn't start till I get my new job situated, because my schedule will open up a little bit more. But that will be something, maybe also one of the stream nights. We'll see. So keep posted. I don't want to put promises on it. Yeah. But yeah. Okai says we should do a Kickstarter to see if Loathe at First Sight revival has momentum. I don't know if it has enough momentum for a Kickstarter, though. I don't know if it's that good of a show.
No, but we could do it as a stretch goal on the fundraiser.
That's true.
We get it because my goal is to make $1,000 for it for the basic equipment that I would need. Then if we can get like to 2,000, we'll do the nice equipment that we could get. And 5,000 would be like the holy bejesus goal
Panel
where we
streaming
build a new
house.
streaming PC too. So.
Yeah.
But for right now, my stream PC will last us. So.
Yeah. It's nothing urgent.
But like, listen, we could put 2,000 and have Low the first site coming back be the stretch goal there. We could do that.
That's fair.
Oh, and by the way, since this isn't for charity, since this is for me, the return of punishments against myself, you better believe those are coming back.
Callie,
I
really?
don't do them for charity because it's for charity. Like, I'm already giving my time. I don't need to give like my throat too. Get it? It's a sex joke. But for this, since it is to benefit me at the end of the day, oh yeah. Oh,
No
we're
alcohol,
gonna
right,
do
Callie?
some hot sauce shots. It's gonna be great.
No more alcohol, right?
No, that Twitch gets mad about that nowadays.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
I can't.
no more.
I can't. No, I cannot damage my liver for the lulls
and
anymore.
No apple cider vinegar.
Oh
no.
God! Even the mention of it still makes me.
I know.
gag.
Why did I liked you too much. I did that with you. We weren't even dating yet.
And then you knew right then that you were making a bad decision.
Yeah.
Omega will tell us it's hot tub streams.
There we go.
If you give us 10,000, we'll buy a hot tub and do a hot tub stream. Oh, jeez.
When is Voices of Vanadale coming back?
Really, Lloyd?
Voices of it. So it's funny.
Oh.
I talk to one host of that show a couple times a year now, and the other host of me on that show aren't on speaking terms anymore. So I don't know if that one's going to come back. I would be very surprised. I'll tell you what. Next year, I'm expecting a big announcement for Final Fantasy XI. I don't know what it is, and I can't put my thumb on it, and it's actually driving me insane because like something big is going to happen for Final Fantasy XI. I know it. Like they keep setting up little things, but nothing that they could do quite makes sense in my brain. But depending on what it is, listen, if I've learned anything over the last week, it's never say never.
Well.
Okay, well, you can say never about some things. Yeah, I'm never going back to being a man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so go ahead, follow Callie right now.
Yep.
If you're listening.
Post is up, by the way.
watching.
You can vote on what game you want.
Go, Escalia. All right. That will do it for RNG and Tea. Callie, will we see you a lot more here on RNG and Tea?
Oh, I'd imagine. Oh, shoot. No, I'm sorry. I'm under non-compete. Oh,
Wait, what?
never mind.
No? All right. So, again.
Yeah, so probably.
Again, stay tuned to our social media for any updates and when we go live. It's very random, as usual. Who knows? RNGNT, that's RNGANDTEA, at Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all socials, wherever. You can find me at Cookie Persona, KOOKY Persona. Sarah, where can they find you?
You can find me under Sarahscopic, SARAH. That was bad spelling, sorry. SARAHSCOPIC. That's what you get for choosing an alliteration as your name, I guess.
And Lloyd?
I said it earlier, but I guess I'll say it again. Lloyd, LLOID_RNG on Twitter. You're not getting my Facebook.
I like how his face is like,
I was
right?
rubbing my face because I'm like, I have to
Oh my gosh,
remember
it's so
these
fucking-
letters.
and Callie, go ahead one more time for us.
And at Escalia, ESKALIA.
Awesome, yes. And again, thank you for staying with us until the last drop. We'll see you next time.
This episode was produced by Christine Solis, Sarah Skopik, and Aaron Pillen. Please support RNG and Tea by sharing this podcast with your family, friends, and fellow gamers and leaving us a review. Intro music in this episode is by Home and outro music by Stupi Doken. Check out both these artists and their music at soundcloud.com. RNG and Tea and its hosts are solely responsible for its content.